What's going on, guys? Larry Hendrix here for gadgetgrizzly.com, and as of yesterday, Apple just announced their new MacBook lineup. So it's just a little refresh, nothing big, no huge changes, with the exception of one Thunderbolt connection, but we'll get into that later. So if you see me go looking down, don't let it bother you. I have all my notes right below the webcam here. So I'm gonna start off with all the base models, and then just go up from there. Start off with a 13-inch 2.3 gigahertz Core i5. That's the base MacBook Pro model. Yeah, there are no more Core 2 Duos or Core i3s. It's quad core only. On top of that, the 13-inch base is a 4 gigabyte standard, and that goes across the entire lineup. So no more 2 gigs of RAM. It's a 4 gig RAM standard. You get a 320 gigabyte 5400 RPM hard drive. Your Intel integrated HD graphics 3000. Yeah, Intel HD graphics 3000, all integrated. So I think it's up from the Intel 300M, I believe, in the last model. And the battery life is up to 7 hours on this. So if you want to take one step up further than that and go to the 13-inch, you get the 2.7 gigahertz Intel Core i7. Still 4 gigs of 1333 RAM, 500 gigabytes of hard drive space. There's a little extra there. You see the same graphics of a Intel HD 3000 and 7 hours battery life. Now let's jump into the 15-inch. So 13-inch was actually that's a nice little free refresh I did. So now if you're buying the basic one for $1,200, you're not basically buying a MacBook with a new look. You're actually going to buy a MacBook Pro, an upgraded computer, and a stronger computer, so that's definitely a good thing. Now, the 15-inch base model, you're starting off with a 2 gigahertz quad core i7. So, if you're on 15 and you want a Core i5, you're kind of out of luck. It's Core i7s only, which I can't really see anyone complaining about that. But Core i7s only on the 15-inch lineup. Still, you get your 4 gigs of RAM. Your base is a 500 gigabyte hard drive. You still have your Intel HD graphics 3000. And here's the kicker: they're going to actually add you an extra graphics card, and it's the AMD Radeon HD 6490M with 256 megabytes of GDDR5 RAM. That is a mouthful, but that actually, it could be good for gamers. They could be trying to up it and try to get another market into the Apple lineup. So we'll see. I'd love to hear from anybody that gets this computer to see how the graphics hold up on most games, most higher-end games. And you're getting a built-in battery for 7 hours. No longer are you getting a 10-hour battery life. They're going to suck a little more juice out of it, so you're getting about 7 hours tops. But in real life, I'd probably still only expect 3 to 4 at most. So on the upgraded 15-inch, you get a 2.2 gigahertz quad-core Intel Core i7, 4 gigabyte standard again. You get an upgraded hard drive to 750 gigabytes, so 250 gigs extra. That's not bad. You have an Intel HD graphics 3000 still. This time you get an upgraded graphics card from an AMD Radeon HD 6750M with 1 gig of GDDR5 memory and still 7 hours of battery life. So I'm going to go over the prices just in a second too. So again, no more 10-hour battery, 7 hours, but you get a lot stronger graphics card from the last one. So you should see an improvement in the performance of the computers. Now let's get to the big daddy of them all, the 17-inch. You have one base model for a 17-inch, and it's going to set you back a lot. But let's start off with a 2.2 gigahertz quad-core Intel Core i7 processor, 4 gigs of RAM, 750 gigabyte hard drive, Intel graphics 3000, AMD Radeon 6750 mobile with 1 gig of DDR5, and a built-in battery of 7. So here's the thing that kind of surprised me. If you're buying the base model for the 17-inch, all you're doing is buying an upgraded 15-inch MacBook. Okay? The only difference between those two is a bigger screen. You get 2 inches more screen real estate. And obviously you could upgrade the 17-inch to a faster processor, I think a 2.3 gigahertz a lot of stuff. But for the most part, it's the same specs as the upgraded 15-inch. So that was an interesting choice. I would like to see maybe a little faster processor as a base model, maybe more gigs or something, but it's the same exact specs as a 15-inch is. So that's surprising. Now the prices range from $1,200 for the base 13. You're going all the way up to $2,500 for the 17-inch model. So you're paying, actually the 15-inch upgrade is $2,200, and you're going to add $300 on top of that for the 17-inch, so $2,500. So I actually love to get my hands on one of these and see what kind of performance these really can crank out. The 13 inches, obviously, I think you're going to see a big difference on that from the Core 2 Duos, even from the Core i3s, which were, I believe, dual core. The Core i5s are quad core no matter what, all across the board, I believe. So that's the upgrade they gave us, the refresh, nothing big. It's a nice little refresh, just something every year to kind of get a little extra. So we have the Apple event coming up in less than a week now, on March 2nd. And I guarantee they'll be touching on this. Oh, one more thing. On all these models, you actually do have a Thunderbolt connection, which was designed between Apple and Intel. Now this connection, I guess they're trying to get it to replace USB or possibly FireWire as well, because it actually is a dual band connection, and it downloads up to 10 gigabytes per second. 10 gigs per second. Dear Christ, that's fast. So it's a brand new technology, so right off the bat you're not going to see much connectivity with it. Give it a little bit, you're going to start to see some hard drives come with it. You're going to start to see possibly phones. I don't know. But it's based off of the same idea as a PCI Express card. Same idea, dual band, dual band, and it should download a little faster. So I'm interested to see how that works out, and I definitely want to get my hands on that one as well. That's something I really want to get my hands on. So if it's that good, I want it in my PC. Simple as that. So, and yes, I still run a PC. No Mac for me, not yet. But anyways, here's a good lineup, nice refresh. Anyways, we have the Mac event coming up, and we're going to be covering that live. Well, not live. I'll be covering it while it's live, and I'll be putting a video up as soon as possible. So make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe on this video. You stick around, and we'll see you guys later.